y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today we are back with another Scraps to Embellishment video. Today we are doing the 12 Days of Christmas, Day 8. So it's 8 maids of milking. So create milk and cookies for Santa. And y'all know I have to be extra, so I've created all of these for each person. Because of course y'all know there's a giveaway. But look at this milk, y'all. Is it not the cutest? And then I made this milk and cookies little title. And then I made these cookies. And added little sprinkles to them. So the milk is this outline. And it's a Cricut cut. And then I have cookies, and then the title is Cricut also, and then the cookies are this Tim Holtz die. So, I'm going to put each one together for you guys, so this video might be a little bit longer since there's 3 different things to put together. And then these are the little extra shapes from the cookies. So technically, if you wanted to, you could cut out just more cookie bases and then put these on, but I thought these would be really cute, just included in to use on the page. They could be used as like little cookie cutters. You could even make a little ring to put them on, and just have a cookie cutter embellishment. Or if you cut them out in like silver, you could use it as a cookie cutter. Make it look metal. But I thought that was really cute, so that's just what I'm thinking. And because I don't want to waste any cuts like that. And like I said, this is what we're creating. So let me move this around up here so y'all can still see it. And we'll get to work. So let's see here. I can't really see what y'all see, so hopefully we're all in frame. So, I'm going to save the milk for last because it's more time consuming to deal with. This one is very simple, and I just took the milk and cookies title, and then I added the offset 2 times, because it was just the letters on there. And so I kind of just created 2 bases behind it, and so I'm just going to put this one together. This one is as simple as just, my glue's kind of gunky this morning. Might have to unstop it. Okay, it's working. This one's just as simple as gluing it together. And I did it in white to make it stand out. And of course, y'all know I'm going with the pink Christmas theme. So I'm doing them all in pink, pastel pink shades. And then I put brown behind it for the cookie part. So, let's see. It's just a matter of literally just gluing on the words. It gets a little hard whenever you're doing fine line stuff like this. That's why these fine line tip glues are a must-have if you're going to do small embellishments. And you can buy even bottles with the fine tips that you can put your own glue into if you have a certain kind. I use Barely Art, but that's just me. And I know everybody has their own favorite, but normally I would glue these letters in order. For those of y'all who are like, is she a monster or what? I just had my whole little pile here where I've already made all the other ones, and so I can put them on. I just didn't want to take the time to lay them all out in order. I think I have to say, I think this one is probably my favorite set that I've done so far for the Christmas, 12 Days of Christmas ones. I just love it, but I do love cookies too. And you know what? If I make my strawberry lemonade cookies for Christmas time, which are a favorite, and I have talked about that before and even did a page with them on it, but they would go perfect with the pink theme to do a page and add the recipe. So I'll probably do that. Okay, and then the dots are missing, so I just took my tri-blend marker and just added a little dot in kind of the same color. And that one is done. And I used pink foil paper, so it does have a little shimmer to it. Okay, so there's that one done. Then we're going to do the cookies. So what I did was, I went through and already punched all the little extras out of the holes. But I decided to do one cookie in each set, or the whole set, one of each cookie, there we go, in the set for each person. So, if you've been watching, I'm trying to find my dauber. All I did was I did lightly ink the edges of these with the brown. This one is ground espresso. And it's not been re-inked all week. It probably needs it just a little bit. But I didn't want the edges of the cookies to be burned. So, but let me re-ink it. Barely. So I'm just going to barely tap into it. This is Distress Oxide ink. Because I like it because it gives a softer finish. I'm not going to like really get in there because like I said, I just want it to be very light. We don't want burned cookies. But anyways, if you have been watching the other 12 days videos, you know, number one, if you leave a comment on this video, you'll be entered to win a set. But also, if you comment on all of my videos this month on my channel, you will be entered to win a really big prize. So, once the 12 days of Christmas videos are over, after day 12, I will be posting a video showing the big prize pack and all that. So, and giving you more details on how to be entered to win. So, but ultimately, the biggest thing is you're just going to comment on all the videos all month, not just the 12 days of Christmas ones. There'll be more chances to win throughout the month. I also have challenges running over on my Facebook group, which is also Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and you can win prizes over there that you can only win on Facebook. So, if you're not yet over on Facebook, come and join us. I think we have a little over, I think, 300 members right now. So, we've been having fun, lots of participation. I love getting inspired by what you guys are creating over there. Okay, so we have our cookies inked, and that's basically all I did. And then you're just going to go through and you're going to glue these cookies on. And I like to definitely try to get the outside, but I'm still not like just gumping it on. I'm just putting it around the edges and then press down and it'll put it where it needs to go. It'll squish underneath there. But I definitely wanted to glue the edges good. And on this one, you're going to have two. The candy cane is different in the snowflake, but this is probably too much glue. And you can always just rub some of it off with your finger before you put it down. And that's why it's good to keep a paper towel near. But I like to glue the edges really good because if I'm going to add glossy accents, it adds a little bit of liquid and it will pop it up if it's not glued well. So let's see. Like I said, I didn't untangle my mess. Here's my middle of my bell. So you don't have to glue around every little edge, but you need to hit all the high points pretty much if you're going to add glossy accents. So press that down really good. And then we're going to do the next one. Let's move my stack over so I've got some room to work. Okay, this is going to be my heart pieces. And these are really simple. They're really easy to cut. I literally used all scraps from what I've been working on already that y'all saw videos for. And I've just been reusing the same papers over and over. I've been able to get probably 80% of all the things I've made. And I've been making 4 of each thing each day. So that I have 1 for my swap and 2 for my giveaways and 1 for myself. So I've been making 4, and probably 80% of everything has all came from the same papers, like from scraps. So I've been able to create a lot just from a few pieces of paper. And if you use dies, it's even easier to do that because you can just use those really small scraps to run them through your machine and put them exactly where you need them. Which you can kind of do that with Cricut, but it's a little bit harder to get everything lined up and to get your mat to hold down the little small scraps of paper. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love my Cricut, but I also love my die cut. My die cuts because for different reasons. For Cricut, I love it when I am creating a lot, like because I swap a lot. So when I'm having to make 20 of one thing, it's so much easier just to put it on the Cricut, add 20 to the mats, and let it, you know, just tell me, put this mat in next, and I can cut all the pieces out, and then I can assembly line everything and get it made and done quickly. Versus with my die cuts, I can use up all of my little small scraps to create stuff. And you can create a lot with dies using those small scraps. You can get a lot of stuff. And it's not such a headache trying to line everything up. So, I love them both for different reasons. If you have a Cricut and a die or Silhouette or whatever, a cutting machine in general, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Press this one down. I don't think I got enough glue on it. Trying to use it sparingly, and I think I was too sparing. Okay. You just don't want a big glue mess on your piece, on the brown part of the cookie. Because we are going to put glossy accents, and that'll hide a little bit, but you're not putting it on the brown part, and so if you make a mess, it'll still be there. Okay, this one you have to kind of figure out which way it goes before you stick it down. Oops. Nope, I think it goes like this. I don't know, it still looks a little off. But it'll be okay. It's just a cookie. Cookies come broken, and then you take a bite out of them. And same thing with this star. Oh, that's actually the way it goes. You have to get it lined up. I usually line them up before I glue, but I didn't on that snowflake. And then I'm going to put the the center in. Yep, that's not the way it goes. Let's see here. Maybe. Oh, it goes like that. Okay. And that's the cookies put together. Okay, so I'm not done with these, as you know, but I'm going to go ahead and put the milk together so y'all can see, and then we can add glossy accents and the glitter all at the same time. So, I didn't realize it. I thought this one was going to be multiple pieces whenever I cut it out on the Cricut. And it does have some other pieces that go to it, but ultimately this is your main thing. So, what you need to do is glue this down really, really good. And it's kind of hard because it's super fine lines. And this is pretty much going to work the same way as backing a cut file, if you've done that before, which most of y'all probably have. But this one, you're not having to cut out individual pieces. We're just going to back the whole thing all at once. Because this one is just pretty much your outline anyways, so. Okay. I think I got glue over most of it. Oh, need some right here. Okay. And then we're just going to plop it down on a piece of scrap and press it down. Now make sure it's down really good. I have got ink and glue on my hands, so you can tell it. Okay, so now let me get my mats and show you guys. I have two different mats because the pieces I cut on different mats, but this is, let's see if you can see it. This is your pieces for the straw, and these little pieces are for your milk jar. So I guess this is supposed to represent like bubbles or something, and this is the top. This is how it cut. Of course, some pieces are missing, but you could totally take all these little pieces and glue them onto another one and back this part with white, and then you would have two milk bottles. It's just the opposite, but I didn't want to do that. But I just wanted to show you guys my mats because this is where I'm about to pick pieces off of, and I don't know if it's going to be on camera. So I have my little pickup tool. This is a close to my heart wax pencil, but a lot of places make them. So I followed the picture, of course, of which ones are supposed to go where. So I'm just going to add my glue to these areas. And we're going to start with the straw. So that one's going to go there. Here's another one. And they're just going to fit right down in there. And sometimes you might have to maneuver it a little bit because you might not have glued this exactly flat like it's supposed to be. So I didn't really have any trouble with them. Like I said, I've already did 3 of these, so this is number 4. It just takes a minute. Kind of like a puzzle, putting a puzzle together. But this one was a lot of work. have a little bit of the wax on the piece. This one was a lot of work, but like I said, this one has been my favorite one so far. Okay, so then you're going to add, I'm like, where's my stuff? You're going to add your little milk spot right here. This is supposed to be the top of your milk, so I cut it out in like cream colored paper. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 milk dots. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all the dots. And then add these dots. And this tool does not stick, like it doesn't have any glue or anything on it. It's literally it's actually kind of like a wax crayon, like you use at Easter, the white one, to draw on the eggs to make it resist. That's essentially what it is. So, I don't know, you could try a wax crayon, it would work. Okay, so that's all of our little pieces. Now, the next thing I did for the milk was I took my Tri-Blend, this one's True Blue Blend marker, and I used the middle one because I don't know if y'all have this specific marker. Does this one rot? Because, I mean, I cannot tell a difference. I mean, I don't know if y'all can see that, if it shows up, but literally, I mean, it fades away and you literally can't even tell that it's anything. And then the one on the end is like crazy, the darkest one. But you can't even tell the light ones. Is y'all's marker like that, or do I have a defective one? Okay, so anyways, I used the middle one. And what I did was I just went around the edges so that, you know, it kind of made it look like real glass. So, and I'm just doing it on the outside because the inside is your milk and you want to keep it white. So, I don't know how well y'all can see, but on this one, I did the same thing, and it does make a difference. I don't know how well you can tell, but it does blend it in, but it gives it just a hint of a shadow. Okay, so now our milk is done, and I am going to fussy cut it out. And I'm just going to go really close. And if you don't like fussy cutting, the tip is move your paper, not your scissors, to get a clean cut. I like fussy cutting though. And voila. Okay, so now we have our milk and it's cut out. So the next thing I do when I know I'm going to be using glossy accents and doing a big bunch of stuff, I like to bring in just something heavier. This is just a piece of chipboard out of the packaging from a paper pad. So I just lay them all on here so that once I add my glossy accents and glitter, if I want to, I can just pick this whole thing up and move it somewhere to lay it to dry so that I'm not making a mess trying to move each one. So that's just a little helpful tip. Okay, so then for this, all I did was, is it going to come out? I haven't used it today, so I'm going to have to use my needle. Okay, let's see. Oop, I dripped some. It's okay, I'll try not to put my arm in it. But I just went around the whole little thing. Now, I didn't do the top part of the straw because it's sticking out, so it wouldn't be shiny. And because I'm just doing this for the glass part of the jar. And I'm just going to fill it all in with a really light layer. It took maybe an hour for my milk to dry. Like I said, I've already did 3 of these, so it took about an hour for it to dry, laying out like this. And I'm not putting it on super thick, I'm just rubbing over it real fast, just to fill it all in. I don't know how long this video is, so I will fast forward this. I'm going to do the exact same thing for the cookies. I'm just going to go around the white part because that's the icing, and it's supposed to be, you know, you would think icing would be shiny, the shiny part of the cookie. So I'm just going to go around and do the exact same thing. Okay, now that I have all of those coated pretty much, you probably saw I had to move them all over because I was sticking my hand in it. Classic. So, pretty much after I have all of it coated, I take this, I've been using this crystal glitter. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's just plain old white. It's a little bit chunky. And for the milk, I tried to just sprinkle it in where the milk part was. And a few flakes will get elsewhere, but I thought that was cute like it was. And then for these, I just sprinkle it on. I didn't do it super heavy because I didn't want every single area covered. I just wanted it to look like some sugar sprinkles on it. Okay, then, like I said, I just move this to somewhere safe and set it and let it all dry. And then it's done. So, that is how I created the milk and cookies. So, if you guys, like I said, want to win one of these sets, all you have to do is leave me a comment on this video and follow along all month. Come back. If you're not a subscriber, I would love to have you. Hit the like button so it'll show up for other people and they can find it. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Until next time, bye y'all.